else has got itch to scratch who wants to bring a franchise back is BLUMHOUSE Productions, because there's a Spawn reboot coming, everybody.
Oh,
and
no.
We've been waiting to talk about this. We've had conversations about Spawn multiple times in this program, and I saw this, and it's been in active development for a long freaking time. I mean, since 2007, when they decided that they weren't going to do a sequel to the 1997 version, they were like, well, let's just work on this. Let's reboot this. Let's make this happen, because the creator McFarlane was like, I want to make a sequel. Well, I can't make a sequel. Let me reboot it. So 2007 decided they were going to start working on it. It went from this studio to that production. Originally, he was going to direct it before, but then he kind of dropped out. Now he's looking for somebody else to direct it. Jeremy Renner signed on at one point to actually play Twitch Williams in it. We're not really sure if he's going to come back or if he's going to do it or not at this point, because it's changed hands so many times. But at this point, Jame Foxx is attached to this, and Jame Foxx has been attached since 2018. Now, in 2017, they went to BLUMHOUSE Productions, and that's when Jason Blum took it over, and he is the person that's like spearheading the whole thing, and he's trying to make it happen. So if he's about it, then I hope it happens. Todd McFarlane, the creator, of course, wants this to happen, but BLUMHOUSE really is the people making it, pushing it forward. I mean, 2018 was the last time they had big news before now, but of course, we had COVID, things shut down, other productions happened. We didn't have any opportunity for a Spawn to move forward. And now he said in a recent interview, BLUMHOUSE was talking about this, and Blum was talking, and he was like, Jason Blum said, he's been working on Exorcist Believer, and he's doing press for that, and he said, I gotta tell you right now, 2025 is when Spawn is gonna come out. 2025, he put it out there, he goes, and he said it twice, I stand by that. So he's saying by 2025, you're going to get Jame Foxx being your Spawn. We don't know anybody else besides Jeremy Renner. Maybe he's still attached, but not sure at this point. But Spawn is happening. And you're talking about a franchise that's outside of DC, outside of Marvel. And the 97 version was just graphic. I think if it would have came out now, I think it would have done a lot better than back in 97. I just feel like it was just so out there and obscure, but like dark. Like it would have fit in with the boys maybe a little bit more too. And that whole like dark superhero universe, but it just didn't work back then. And now they're getting an opportunity to make it happen, which I guess for BLUMHOUSE, they're like, we're going to bring that BLUMHOUSE kind of like vibe to it. Yeah, they said it's going to feel like a BLUMHOUSE production. It's going to feel like an edgy superhero movie you've never seen before. And Jason Blum's like, I'm going to make this happen for sure because I can't wait to do this. He's got the rights. So like, why would you not? So Brianna, we've talked about this multiple times.
Oh, wow.
Do you think we should be doing a Spawn reboot at this point? Or do you think that maybe, they tried 97, maybe they just let it live back then? But, and Jame Foxx has moved on. He's doing Marvel stuff too. But do you think this could work with Jame Foxx?
I don't know. Like, this is very interesting to me because Nick and I at work just had a conversation about this movie not that long ago. And John Leguizamo, this movie was so awful. It was just, I mean, it's one of those movies that you watch and you're like, that definitely doesn't hold
Special
up.
effects are great.
Fuck you, special effects are great for like 1912. Like, what are you even talking about? It was ridiculous. Like, this is fucking brutal. It is so bad. It is so fucking bad. John Leguizamo, that poor fucker, he was like complaining about how he had like be like hunched over and like walking. It was just like this whole fucking thing, which is fine. Whatever. Also, very nice man. Nothing against you, John Leguizamo. I just don't. I don't think that anyone needs any more of this. I really don't. I do love BLUMHOUSE. So good, but again, like let's just toggle back like 2 seconds to where we said, have your own fucking ideas, do your own fucking thing. Like, why do we make it this? It was just so subpar, and I don't want any more of it. I just don't. I really don't. Like, if you want to do something like this, like pick another comic, do this, just do something else, BLUMHOUSE. Like do another situation, like adapt something else. Like, why are you doing this? And there is some story that Nick told me that I wish I could remember. It's something that he'd eat some pizza with like something on it. Like, does anybody remember? Is anyone familiar with this movie? John Leguizamo's character.
I did play.
He had to eat like a pizza with something on it, and like literally actually threw up afterwards because it was so fucking disgusting. So,
that's
no, thank you. That's
There's
why
also Spawn
I agree.
cartoon.
No, thank
Thanks,
you.
Queen.
I'm gonna hard pass on this.
I just think that, like, you know, it's a world we're looking for, you know, people, you know, superhero movies are doing so well.
I'm in a world where people are looking for new, fresh shit that doesn't have to do with reused IP-ness all the time. Like, that's what the world I'm looking for.
It's a fresh take on a superhero project that's outside the realms of MCU.
Is it a fresh take? No, it's a
DC.
reused tampon is what it is.
It could be. You can take it that route. Oh, it was a pizza with maggots. Thank you, Richard Tracy. Appreciate that.
Nailed it.
That's
Thank you, Richard Tracy.
Nasty. Sean, what do you think? Do you agree with Sabrina that we should not be having a Spawn franchise come forward with Jame Foxx, or do you think that he is the right man for the right time for the
I do love Jame Foxx,
for the right
just to be clear.
superhero in your anti-hero Spawn?
I don't know about Jame Foxx being Spawn. Let's be honest. I feel like Spawn itself, the comic series, the character, I don't know if it should be somebody as high profile as Jame Foxx. You know, like I think Michael Jai White, who did the original, you know,
nice.
Like, he did the best he could with it. It was, you know, definitely
the writing was shit.
The writing was shit. The budget certainly fucked them because it looked like Mortal Kombat 1 when they went to hell. That was not good. But no, I would love to see Spawn come back to the cinematic world because there's just again, like Star Wars, like Marvel Comics, there's just a lot of backstory there. There's a lot of good stuff. Characters that we never got to see, even teased in this kind of thing within the first movie. Like, yeah, I think doing it now with the technology that it is today, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be cool to see the character treated appropriately and given, you know, proper credence to the creator. So yeah, go for it.
And Todd wants to make it happen so bad. I mean, the idea is there. It's like he just hasn't been able to get the right studio. And now that he has a studio behind it, you would think that this is the right time. But it's been a long time. It says 2007, I would say he's been trying to reboot this. And I mean, 2017 is when it finally got some motion, and it's changed. The script's changed. He did the first draft, and then it's changed. Like, multiple writers have come in and adapted it. So who even knows what we're going to get when we get it? It would be nice, like Queen was saying, to be closer to the comics. I think that would be awesome. Like, make it more appropriate for the fans out there that want to see this. Yep. Because there are fans that do want to see this, and they're probably upset that movie came out in 97. It was nothing what they expected it to be. And that'd be great if we actually had that, Mike.
But
you know,
there's so many people that like actually love that movie. It's like a cult classic like situation. But like I was just like, no, like for me, no. Like other people like are super into it. Like I think, you know, it could fly. It probably will fly. I'm just like, I just want new shit. I want other people to be like, you know, fucking just given a chance. I want other people to
What's up, Queen?
Be able to like have their scripts read, their scripts produced. Like, it's just like everyone's just reusing everything, and it just makes it like easier. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it would just be a better world for all of us, you know, not just in Hollywood, but everyone who's viewing movies and shit, like to be able to like experience new things. Like, how many Star Wars do we need? How many fucking Marvel shits do we need? How many DC? Like, it just let's get some new ideas out there. Let's get some writers.
We don't
like
want
fucking
that.
I want that. And I think the viewers want that. I really do. I really fucking do. Like, I get it, like, you know, and I'm excited for things that are, you know, in the same universe or whatever sometimes, but like a lot of times I'm like, it's fucking annoying. Like, I want to be like, I hate to fucking beat a dead horse, but Everything Everywhere All at Once, everyone was like, what the fuck is this nonsense? And it was amazing. Such a great fucking film.
And it killing it. Michelle Yeoh killing it.
A24 is amazing, but now they're kind of getting like a little bit fucking like a little like corporate bullshit. Like, I mean, they're doing everything that happens, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Goddamn it, A24, don't do it.
They're buying podcasts up now. That's what A24 is doing. They're doing more TV. They're doing a lot of projects. We talk about that money. We wouldn't even expect like that like what's that big HBO Euphoria is done by A24. It's like some of these shows you'd be surprised they're doing.
No, because they're not afraid to do fucking weird shit. They're not afraid to do fucked up shit. They're not afraid to, like, there's no subject untouched for them, which like something like Disney would never do anything like fucking Euphoria. You know what I mean? Like, so there's this whole fucking thing where did you see the mouse?
I heard Disney. I heard
it. I'm just saying it's just a. I don't know. I want more people to be able to hang their hat on something. And so like young writers who are fucking doing a great job and no one wants to fucking take their script on because they're too busy reusing the same penis all the fucking time. Like just give it a fucking shot. Yes. Yeah. Woo.
Mike, do you hang your hat on a Spawn reboot? Do you want to see this?
No,
is that something that you want, Michael Casey? Or do you think that, again, this is one of those projects that maybe they shouldn't have touched? It didn't work the first time. Can it work the second time?
It was obnoxious for me to drop a hee in there where it was a
no, it was hilarious. It was great.
It was trying to be a Disney, like it was like a little crossover event, like in my miniature that I was trying to do. What I'm wondering is if Sean recalls this mid-90s event where Todd McFarlane, as a creator of Spawn, and honestly, the way that I recall it, like, was in some ways the inventor of the standee plastic epoxy, settee for your house. Like, fucking, he keeps making you guys in the chat can't see this. Sean keeps making these goddamn faces.
I'm not making any faces. What are you talking
I'm
about?
trying the best that I can, Sean. What I'm saying is that I think that it appears to me, and this is me, allegedly, Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn, was sucked deep up within his own ass.
Absolutely.
Well, and he was very pleased that there was that Disney, not Disney, but whatever money corporations threw money at him that said like, oh, this is some edgy mid-90s shit that we want to proliferate because he's going to be. We saw with the Max too. How about that, Sean? I can name check the Max at you a little bit.
Keep going, buddy.
Which I think is some just some MTV kind of situation, and I don't know.
Aeon Flux.
Aeon Flux.
Hey, word up.
Liquid TV, right?
Liquid TV was great.
Baby?
What was it? It was like, on the one hand, it was great because they were giving money to young people in their 20s that had no idea what they were doing, which always do that. What you got, Sean?
No, it was a speculator boom too, right? Like they were realizing, hey, there's a chance to everyone and their grandmother was getting something optioned into the next big thing and the next big thing. And yes, Todd McFarlane kind of took a little too far.
This is a takeoff because of Batman, you think, or what?
Oh yeah, I mean Batman certainly didn't help. The Joel Schumacher of it all. That kind of polluted it and certainly kind of tamped down expectations and slowed things up for a bit, and then it had to Nolan had to come in and rescue it a little bit, and then the Raimi Spider-Man's kind of ushered in that new era, and then we have the MCU. But yeah, like back in the day when they were just throwing shit against the wall, anyone that wasn't as clean cut as Superman almost got their own movie, almost got their own TV show. I still remember, it was Ultraverse for a long time, and there was a hero there where it was like a kid could say a magic word and turn into this big roided out guy. And then that was given
that
something.
Sounds like what?
No.
They just had a movie, Shaka Khan. What the fuck was it?
Shaka Khan?
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
Okay, anyway.
Shaka Khan. Anyways, Mike, yeah.
Anyway, Mike. No, like I agree with you because a lot of what was going on at that time in the movies and properties being kind of like
Shazam. Shazam is the fucking word I was looking for.
There you go,
Thank you, not Shaka Khan.
Not Shaka Khan, Shazam. Like it ruined comics for a while too because they just flooded the market with new characters and bullshit that no one asked for, and no one was paying attention to quality. And that's what sunk that too. And Spawn didn't help. That movie certainly didn't help. But Spawn is about to celebrate 300 issues, which is unheard of for a comic starting back then.
They're still publishing.
That's wild.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why there's this push too.
Who is buying that? Who is buying that title? What kind of like metalheads like?
Dude,
somebody.
People love it. Different, it's not the Spawn of the 90s anymore. And I think
Birdman was great.
Yeah, like Spawn has been through a lot of iterations. There's a lot of different, like there's an entire, like Spawn that's a Wild West gunslinger. Like there's all these kind of different things that you could do with Spawn. So I'm excited to see that. I do want to say one thing going back to Star Wars, if this is okay, Brian.
Yeah.
You can say
Oh
no.
boy.
Brian, you're not in control anymore, Brian.
I think Sabrina spelled something
now.
Oh no, Sabrina.
Yeah, whoopsie.
You get your computer?
Nope.
Well,
My
that's
computer's
good.
on a palace, so that's really great for me. It's very unfortunate, though. Okay. Carry on.
Get into the Star Wars there. Get into Star Wars. What we got before we move
I
on?
would say this: if anyone really wants to see
Oh my
a Star Wars comic series that was trying to distance itself as much as you could from what was established, check out a series called Star Wars Legacy. It was published beginning in 2007, and I believe it ran until 2012, 2013. And I think there's about 3 or 4 kind of editions of that book, but it was characters. It was touted as Star Wars, but 125 years in the future of the galaxy, right? So like everyone you knew and loved from these movies weren't going to be there. The last vestiges of what the rebellion versus the Empire was going to look like. Granted, this came out before we have the new trilogy, so you're not going to see a Finn, or you're not going to see a Poe Dameron and all that kind of shit. So Star Wars Legacy, check it out. Let me know what you think. But I thought it was a brilliant idea in terms of just jumping ahead so that someone else could kind of see, and start ushering in, a new era for Star Wars, which I think is great. I do remember Wildcats, Queen.
I remember Wildcats.
Ultraverse, Richard.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ultraverse, yeah.
I did mention that.
Hey,
Darkman
Mike.
TV show. There you go.
I'm sorry, Mike. Can you take over the chat? I have to clean this fucking thing.
Oh yeah. Happy to.
All right.
But there was also, Richard Tracy also said about Dick Tracy. He wants a Dick Tracy reboot. Well, Warren Beatty actually owns the rights to that, and he just released, I think it was like earlier this year, he released a little trailer where he was again being Dick Tracy because he wants to keep the rights, and so he has to keep doing little things every once in a while so he can keep the rights to the project, even though he's not going to do that movie.
Like bail bondsman commercials.
Yeah, it was a
No,
weird.
he released a video. It's not that.
It was some kind of weird thing. It was a weird thing.
Don't talk shit about Richard Tracy.
What about
He's
this one,
amazing.
Sean? Gen 13. How do you feel
I
about that
remember
one?
Gen 13. Do I have the Gen 13 crossover with Teen Titans or X-Men, whatever one it was?
We're gonna get demonetized if we talk about Gen 13.
All right.
Well, I just feel like, and Richard Tracy, we would love to see a new Dick Tracy movie. That'd be great. I would be awesome. They actually did it, but Warren Beatty's holding on to it for now. Get someone new in there, make something good, do something different, because that always goes a long way. And I mean, for this though, honestly, Spawn 97 was a long time ago, and maybe it'll work nowadays, maybe it won't work.